How does NFL free agency impact fantasy football? Have you ever wondered how the whirlwind of NFL free agency can shake up your fantasy football team? Let's break down the ways it can change player values and strategies for your league. NFL free agency is a time when players switch teams, and this can have a big impact on their fantasy outlook. When players join new teams, their roles and opportunities can shift dramatically. For instance, if a wide receiver moves to a team with a strong quarterback and a pass-heavy offense, their fantasy value can skyrocket. On the flip side, if a running back joins a crowded backfield, their chances for carries and touchdowns might decrease. This is why monitoring player movements during free agency is essential for fantasy managers. One key aspect to consider is how changes in offensive roles affect player performance. When a star player leaves a team, it opens up opportunities for others. A new running back joining a run-first team with fewer competitors can see a rise in their fantasy stock. Conversely, a wide receiver signing with a team that has a weak quarterback may struggle to put up points. The quality of the quarterback and the offensive line also plays a significant role. A quarterback known for making deep throws can elevate the value of receivers who excel in catching those long passes. If a team upgrades its offensive line, it can lead to better performance from running backs as well. In keeper and dynasty leagues, the impact of free agency can be even more pronounced. These leagues requiring managers to think long-term. A player's value can change dramatically based on their new situation. For example, a young receiver moving to a team with a solid quarterback can become a key asset for years to come. In redraft leagues, free agency can influence draft strategies. Managers need to adjust their rankings based on which players have moved to better situations. It's also important to keep an eye on changes in coaching staff, as their offensive philosophies can affect how players are utilized. Practical tips for fantasy managers include tracking free agency moves closely. Identify players who gain clearer paths to touches or targets. Adjust your draft strategies to prioritize those benefiting from favorable team changes. Pay attention to how new quarterbacks or offensive line upgrades can impact skill position players. Being cautious with players who join teams with uncertain quarterback situations or crowded backfields is also wise. The offseason is a time of change, and staying informed can give you an edge over your competition. In summary, NFL free agency reshapes the fantasy football landscape by altering player opportunities and team dynamics. Successful fantasy managers use this information to adjust player valuations, draft selections, and roster management to maximize their chances of success.